Alright, so we over here, truck stop. We at the we at the Petro. Exit 3, we about to go into Florida. Parking lot empty. So I guess I'll jump out and do a little video before I head down into the state, because I do need to try to slide my axle. We're gonna see about that, but I'll show y'all my load and talk about some securement and everything. What I'm hauling, I got pretty much two 20-foot containers. They weigh like 10,000 each. They're basically empty. The guy said some type of housing container. Going down to Miami. I picked them up in New Jersey. I got some small little videos attached. I'll put on here of the loading. It's just like real short little clips I filmed of the containers. But I'll walk around and show y'all my securement and everything. Basically what I done, this front container, I use chains all over the bottom, mainly because they said they didn't want straps over the top. He said he didn't want no straps over that red door or this little gray siding. So it has forklift holes at the bottom, you can see, and basically he loaded me with a forklift. So I put chains on the front, chains in the middle, and chains on the back, mainly because you got to secure load by weight and by length. And since I use chains by length on the outsides, I had to cover the middle. Now, I was gonna just throw a strap over it, but I was like, I don't want to cover this door for one, and I'll just do a chain to be easier. So basically I'm using 3/8 chains, all 4 of them, so I have way more than enough securement. You can't see that one. It's the binder is in the middle under my tarp. So basically this side and the other side are identical the way I went down and around my rub rail. Here in the center, well, let's go back to the front. I got the front pulling backwards, the back pulling forward, this front one pulling backwards, that back one pulling forward. So I got 2 pulling forward, 2 pulling backwards. Now, with all my excess and my binders, as you can see, I took a bungee and I got it pulled tight, holding everything in. I got my chain pulled tight. I got it crossing my binders, keeping them from even having a chance to come outside this rub rail out into traffic or anything. So it's sucked nice and tight to the load. Here between the containers, he didn't want them touching, the guy who loaded me and everything. So he was like, those little things, he don't want them to get sheared off from rubbing against. So we got it close as we could, and like I said, I got my chains pretty much pulling opposite, so it's gonna keep them from even going to each other. So I haven't had any problem. I've already drove quite a distance, hit some really bumpy roads and everything. This thing is not moved. Back here on the back, I did use straps because I didn't have any doors or anything to worry about. So I just pretty much threw 2 straps over basically the middle. I'm finna try to slide that axle, but I only had that spot to put a strap and that spot to put a strap. I got ratchets on the other side, and my straps reach just good because I used a ratchet, so it reached good enough for me to actually secure it. And I put a half twist in it, mainly because I don't want it catching wind and banging the crap out of this container. Here on the back, it's just pulling forward, and the front of that one's pulling backwards. Basically the same as the front. I just went down and around the rub rail. Back to itself, it's 3/8 chain, nice and thick. And the back, I got bungees going everywhere. Bungees holding my XX chain and holding the binder from folding down. So it's holding real good too. Holding it right, nice and tight up in the up position. Man, we're nice and dirty. Ready to hit some warm weather. We went through a heck of a lot of snow last night, and it was bad. The road was completely white, covered. We was taking it easy, but we got it on. We kept moving and got where I needed to be to park, got us closer. Here, I just have a piece of old strap around because the strap is rubbing and I don't want it to rub into my strap, so I just put a couple zip ties around it, and yeah, this is basically some protection, holding my strap from pretty much getting rubbed raw. And here is my 4-inch ratchets. Now over here we have our binders on this side from the other side, and like the other side, I just got all my bungees and everything holding my binders in nice and good. Here it has some excess little electrical connections, and they was hanging out like flapping, so I made sure I took some bungees across that. I got bungees holding everything in nice and tight, so no worries there. This is just the other side of the front one with all my chains. Everything's still nice and tight. Been checking it en route, and hasn't moved none. Here's just here I got my low levelers and my extra tarps and stuff. Just threw down there out the way. I have nowhere else to put them. But yeah, that's basically the two big containers. They're a little taller than a normal container. They're pretty big because they're custom containers. Now onto the second load that I'm gonna drop today. I have some marble slab, and I got a little video, not of the loading, but the place I was loading at, that I throw up. And basically, they told me where to put my straps and everything. So I just done how they want it. They wanted 2 big straps going over, and then they wanted 2 gut wraps. They call belly strap, I call it gut wrap. Pretty much just going around it, holding it to the A-frame. It's not real heavy or anything. It's only like 7,300 pounds, so it's good. It's riding good and everything. It did get dirty. They better not complain about that. They did not want it tarped, so they cannot complain about the snow and ice and water. Everything got on it. Now I had all my extra dunnage. I had nowhere to put it, so I just put it underneath the marble slab, and some of it was catching, some of it wasn't. So what I did was I just nailed them all to each other. So they're all 4 nailed to each other on both sides, so preventing them from even moving. So it's been riding real nice and good too. No problems there. Whole load's been riding good. Together, the whole load only weighs like 27.5 for the entire load. Out of New Jersey going to Florida, all the way down to Miami. So I'll be down in Florida, probably still down there sometime tomorrow. I dropped this front one today. I dropped those tomorrow, so I'm gonna be hanging out in Florida for a little while.